Here we are, beautiful day spring in Queensland, just outside of Bow Desert, a little town called Kerry. It's not a private property through Hip Camp. So I just thought I'd do a bit of an honest review of our Parkes 15. We're coming up 3 years. We've had this one. This is the Mark 1. You know, I've been loving it. I know there's a couple of mixed reviews out there. So yeah, it's just great location. That's what I love about the Ezytrail. You know, it has the capability of getting out to these spots and staying out here without the need of, you know, toilets, plugged in power, etc. So you just got basically got your bed end here. Look, that's easy enough to do. One of us, myself or my wife, you know, we can do it in about a couple of minutes. So it's, yeah, piece of pie. Basically the spare tyres come down on a bit of a gas strut system, just drop down. You know, you can lift them with one finger almost. So with our kitchen, we just got nothing flash. We're a pretty basic setup. So this one is just basically your grey water hose from Bunnings. I think it's the about the 50mm. Basically, I just yeah, even came with that little adapter, and I'll just run it out. You know, just let it go out in the field. It's only a bit of kitchen water. With our suspension, look, we had the suspension for about 12 months. That was a standard Ezytrail stock suspension. Look, I'll say that was one of the downfalls of this one. It pretty much was pretty cactus after the 12 months. I know Ezytrail now, the Mark 2s have just gone away completely with their out of China stuff, and now they're putting petters on. And then you can upgrade as well. I think there's like levels, and there's a better petters one now. Anyone buying the Mark 2, if you're not having the petters on there, I highly recommend it. You know, just to go, just to get it over and done with, because really, if you're getting this for what it's built for, which is a bit of off-road stuff, then you know you don't want to be relying on that. So yeah, I'm really happy. As soon as I put the petters on, it just got rid of all my problems. Basically just tows like a dream now. Sits behind the car and just goes great. So this is the rear side of the van. So you've got your little Thetford cassette in here. This is for the toilet. So she's pretty easy to use. Your little filler here, fill up your flush and pull that out, and dump your 1s and 2s. Got a couple of water tank fillers here, and your mains power plug in. Now I do believe for the Mark 2 and some of the later 15s you can get the mains water, which should be in there somewhere. You're probably better off talking to Ezytrail about that. So there's still the original tyres. What we've done, 3 years, and look, there's so much meat left on that. And you know, I had them rebalanced when the suspension was done. They were a little bit out, but you know, I just put that on the original suspension that was on there. So this is one of the later models with grey water tank too. So it's as simple as yeah, click and open this valve, letting it go when you can. Basically, national parks don't let you. Where we are at the private property, and basically other camps, just before I leave, once I've hitched up, I'll just crank that valve open, let it all run out. Pretty much I'll leave it open for the trip home. It just, anything that's left in there, it's just going to come out. It's basically just your grey water from your shower and your basin. So this is your hot water. You don't really need to do much about that. It's just the vent. It does get a little bit hot. So up the front here, we've got the standard arc hitch. It goes well, like it goes really well. You know, we've thrown some trucks at it and stuff like that. It's not too bad. You've got your breakaway switch here. Basically that goes around your chassis somewhere. If the van comes off, that'll slam the brakes on. With ours, you got obviously your toolbox. There was capability to put a second gas bottle here. We didn't. As you can see, I just chuck firewood. I chuck my generator in if we're going real remote for a long time. But then basically over there is your main gas bottle, your gas inlets. Then that's just my diesel heater filler. Basically, I fitted a diesel heater myself. Got a cheap Chinese job, about $300. I'll show you where I put that inside. But look, to be honest, I'm not that handy. No, a little bit. Basically, the hardest thing about putting that in was just hooking up to the battery, really, which you could get an auto sparky to do if you're not too good on that. with our solar setup, we don't have panels on the roof per se. There was the option, but you know, in spots like this, it's great where you've got plenty of sun. But basically, a lot of the bush camps we try and go to, if we can, we'll park in the shade. Essentially, obviously, once you park in the shade, you're not getting sun on those rooftop panels, so it's sort of null and void. So, because I like to do that, what I had fitted was basically a Anderson, because I've got the projector off-grid package. Basically, that runs there. I have my portable panel set up. I've got a 10-meter lead if I need it. Basically, I just run that wherever the sun is. So as the sun moves throughout the day, I can put it on this side of the van. I can put it on the back, wherever. Basically, I can chase the sun. I'm not relying on those rooftop panels to be getting solar all day. So that was my option. I know people love just have it on the roof, set and forget. Look, totally up to you. Toolbox pretty basic inside. Let's give you a quick squeeze. Yeah, it's pretty empty. We've got most of the stuff out, but I just put, you know, I've got my drill in there, and camping Baduri oven. Comes with this set of pegs, which is great from Ezytrail. I'm still using them. There's all guy ropes and some beautiful big pegs in there. So that's all pretty standard. So we'll come around. We'll go through the front. We just have a little table set up under the awning here. We have put the full annex up. If you do still have the original annex from the Mark 1, look, it was great. If we stayed at caravan park, which we do pretty rarely, we'll put it up because it literally will enclose the whole van up. If you have a look at the things, it'll sort of show you photos of it. But when we're on these camps like this, we just throw this out. We do have a privacy screen if we need it. Had it up yesterday, but we're sort of just about to go to the next spot. So basically, if you get the Kamek privacy screen from BCF and Super Cheap Auto, etc., it will actually fit in the sail track there. So any 5mm privacy screen will fit in there. I know the new Kamek ones now have a 5 and 7, but the 5 that comes with it will slide up and into that rail and through. So yeah, coming through the front here, just got the kitchen. Basically these 4-burner gas stoves. You've got your sink and tap. A few connections here. I'm not sure if the Mark II's changed a bit. So yeah, basically 3 years, it's all still going. Not a single drama with this, not a single drama with my sink. It's just pull up, put the gas on, turn it on, we're good to go. Our kitchen drawers here, we actually did away with the original. If you're on the Ezytrail Parkes Facebook page and search up the cutlery drawer, you'll see what they've done, and this is where I got this idea from. Basically, this is a Kmart extendable cutlery jobby. So basically, remove the drawer. The old one's a good bit of getting out. You need a sort of bit of a heat gun. Took the old one out, got one of these in. Basically, it expanded out in there, and now it fits all these perfectly. So, you know, I've got some stuff for lighting fires. I've got, yeah, just random bits and pieces, but most of all our cutlery's in there. It's all good to go. Shut the door. It's in there every trip. Don't have to worry about it. The next one over, we've just got some bits and pieces, some egg flips, tongs, etc., etc. Some chopping boards right on the bottom there. Perfect. Under here is basically a bit of storage for all your bits and pieces, like your gas bayonet hookup and your water hookups. They basically just hook in as easy as that. As easy as putting them on by hand, no tools required. I know the new models do come with like fully plumbed in, that's excellent. And look, I'm a licensed plumber, and I've just never bothered to do it myself because the time that this takes to plug this in, you know, it's less than 30 seconds. So I just don't see the need of the fully plumbed in. If it comes with it, go for it. But look, for the time it takes to do that, it's not that long. There's a bit of a pantry drawer, they call it in here. We just house things like our hand soap, which we'll put up there. It's got, yeah, got a frying pan, we've got a heap of Glad bags, we've got some firelighters in there, paper towels, yeah, your dishwashing detergents. This is great here. This is a pegless clothesline. If you look up pegless clothesline on the Googles, you'll grab this. Basically, we can put that from the annex through a couple of trees, and that thing, even though it doesn't look strong, it'll hold towels, wringing wet, stuff like that. It's just so handy, and look, I can just throw it in there and just grab it out when I need it. You know, I'm not having a clothesline or something I need to take. So you got your little drop down table here. We just have a little bits of stuff here and there, sunscreen, bug spray, stuff like that. The fridge here, this is an 80 litre Ezytrail Travel Mate. I know Ezytrail were doing these at one stage. We didn't get this one through Ezytrail, we just got it to replace our old one we had. But no, it served me really well. Amp drawage is on the high, it's not too bad, it's on the higher side, but as long as it's you're not overloading it, it goes really well. Same thing, like I've had this slide now. Look, the band's going on 3 years. I haven't had a single drama with it. I just keep some pots and pans, and they're the little foam covers that go on the cooker. So when we're transporting, but yeah, basically a couple of pots and pans in the back there. You got your little hookups. So then you've got your hot water switches in here as well. I can't really see, so hopefully I'm pointing at it. Yeah, but basically, yeah, electric hot water if you plugged into mains, flick that button, that'll crank your electric on. You can leave that on when you're plugged into mains. And then your other one's your gas, so you flick that one on and you'll hear it. You'll actually, if you go on the other side, you'll actually hear it start sparking and then light up. So what we do is we'll flick it on, say 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just so we can give the kids a tub and do the dishes that night. And then in the morning we'll probably flick it on again to do some dishes, but we don't constantly leave it on. I just feel it's just using gas we don't need throughout the day to be keeping it hot. So it only takes roughly about 20 minutes to heat, 30 minutes to heat up. So just flick it on before you want to have a shower, basically, and away you go. And then you've got an Anderson as well if you want that for your fridge. And then yeah, just basically plug. You can do the cable pulling ones that the guys do if you have a look online. Look, another thing that I've never really found I had a problem with this, as long as you're being careful with your lead. It's just one of those things. So you basically got your electric step here. Same thing, 3 years ago I've had that in water, mud, stuff like that. It's still going strong, so it's quite strong. I use that as a seat if all the kids are taking up my seats. And so you got a couple of speakers on the outside here. You got a light. That light's actually really great. The only thing I would love to change is probably it gets a bit bright with the bugs. So last night we had it on and it was just like party time for the bugs. We've got a little blue light here. I do love that. For the fact if you are in the bush camps, you can switch it on. You know, people can sort of see your van at night time and know you're there. But yeah, basically we'll come inside. So we've just got a couple of bunks for the kids. Show you a couple of tips that we've got. So basically you got your top bunk. Now it is quite spacious. Look, I can get up in there, and I'm quite tall. I can get in there and do the windows. I actually installed a couple of fans at the back there, a couple of Siroccos. They're really low draw. And then you got the standard. I just ran the power straight to the lamp that was there, put in by Ezytrail as standard. So same as the bottom bunk I've just done. So I've got, yeah, Sirocco fan up top there, and I wired that back to that lamp myself. It was pretty simple. Yeah, Sirocco are great. Like, they're such a great fan. So this is the bottom bunk. I've slept in the bottom bunk quite comfortably. Like I said, I am quite tall. So if you did have a family with 3 kids, you could easily get 2 kids under here. You could get 3, but like, you'd be pushing it. You definitely could get a couple of kids under here comfortably. Like I said, I've actually taken my old man out, me and my young fella, and I actually slept in here. Young fella's bunks on top, and I had the old man in the king bed, and look, it was no problem. So I'll show you a couple of little tips we've got with the kids. If you Google zip sheets, kids zip sheets, these things are great. So basically you can undo, the zip goes right down. So we basically zip them up, and that just sort of keeps them in. You can zip it right up, that locks them in. So this is our other one. These have fully curtained off. Kids love just playing with it, having their own little space. Got another little reading lamp here, but basically a lot of people ask, what do you do to keep your kids in the bunks? Now, this was the most simple and cost-effective thing that I came up with. Basically, we got these from Target. They're just a single bed rail. Okay, so basically that's all we do. That locks in there. That's not coming out. Like, that's really, you're pushing on that to come out. So that actually has two little legs that lock under the mattress there, and like, you can't, they're not coming out of that. So I'll just push that back during the day, so I can get in and out. Same as down here, exactly the same. It's just a Target single bed rail, or Kmart, wherever. So basically, same thing on the bottom here. Pull that right across, like, look at that, I'm yanking on that. I can't get that anymore, so you push that one back, and that's all we do. So we've just got a little key holder here. That was just a little push on. We just keep our car keys and all our caravan keys, so we know what we're doing, etc. And we always get the car keys there. We had an incident once where we couldn't find the car keys, so now that's just where they live. Always know. It's good to have. Fire extinguisher comes standard with the Parkes. So like, there's all these great little pop top windows where the pop top is, and they are so great. They look little, but they let in a ton more air than these bigger windows, especially these front ones. You open that one up, one above the bunk, and the breeze just blows through here. So obviously we'll go to this king bed here for a sec. This has got stacks of room. We have 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. They were in here the first night we got here. And like, you can fit another pillow basically in between that. And we had miles of room. So anyone worried about room, it's not too bad. We've got a mattress topper. We got one from Pillow Talk. Get it from wherever. I'm not endorsed by any. I'm not one of these influencers that goes, here's my discount code. So basically, this is just my honest, raw opinion of what we've done. So you got your vent here, and that as well lets in a heap of air. So you can have it fully blacked out, fully this. Just do that to separate it. There's a couple of different modes. You can have it just so it's open, or whatever you need. And the light on this one, I've got my lights switched off at the moment, but the actually light on that one that comes standard, it's a great white crisp LED light. So we'll go around. There's a couple of speakers in the roof. Can't really say that we've really used them, but it's good to have. You got a little telly that's mounted here as standard. So our original Ezytrail one, we didn't tie off one time. Well, we don't know what happened to it, but it was cactus anyway. It was probably only a $10 Chinese telly. We got one from Kogan. It was about, I think it was like $130. And it just, all the cords went straight in. It's got a built-in DVD player. It's got the lot, so like, it was nothing to replace. So up here, we just have more random storage, generally maybe bread and wraps, etc. You've got a little bench here. We usually just the same thing. We just have a little bits of pieces. This is not a working van, but like, this is us on a trip. So basically, this is what we do. You got your little wind-up table here. It's been pretty good, to be honest. We don't really spend much time in here. We didn't buy the caravan or the Ezytrail Parkes to be inside more. This is why we went the Parkes option, not a full option caravan with fully indoor living and kitchens, etc. Because we still enjoy that aspect of camping where we can be, outside and enjoying it. So look, we've had a couple of bad weather times. We've put the table up. We've all come in. We've had dinner. We've got some board games. There is storage under here, so we keep a whole heap of wet weather stuff for the kids. We've just got our swimming bag here. It's just got all the kids' goggles, snorkels, reef shoes. If you do a bit of bush camping with the kids, these things are invaluable. Basically, they can walk all over the stones and all through the creeks, and they're just great. I recommend them. This is the wife's idea. It's just a dirty clothes basket, so that folds flat when we're not using it, and we just throw it in the bathroom or in a cupboard or whatever. Then when we're on a trip, we basically just set that in the corner, put it wherever. We fill it up. As soon as we get home, she just throws that in the machine and see you later. So we've got another, this is our third Sirocco fan that I wired this one back to that lamp next to the bed. And it's great. Like, I can pull that one out and I can face that there. I can spin that around if someone's sitting somehow. Yeah, if someone's sitting here in the lounge, that can face them. So very, very good to have the fans in here for the summertime, and it just does cool you off. Basically, we face that. It'll do both of us sleeping on the bed at night, and it's, you know, it's fantastic. Basically, how we set our food up is we have our sort of pantry in the top here. This is really messy. Like I said, this is a we're camping at the moment, so no, it's not a show van. It's just us. We're camping. This is how we do it. People are different. We've got some rugs and blankets and stuff there at the moment because it is in the coldest. We're just coming out of the colder season now, so we just got some clothes in the next one. And same thing, same deal in there. These ones over here, it's our sort of cup drawer. We've got a little kettle. We just throw that in the stove. And then, yeah, a few cups and that for the kids. Next one down, we've just got our plates. Stack of room. Like, we have a heap. We've probably got more than we need, to be honest, but it does help if you know, we camp a lot with friends and that. Some pasta bowls, tea towels, stuff like that. And then down the bottom, we just got baby wipes, tissues, etc. Now, I was talking about the diesel heater earlier. Now, it's a great option if you do a lot of winter camping. We don't, but we look, for the sake of, I think the thing cost me $300. I did it all myself. It's just good to have. Basically, I've got it under here. There's another drawer under the bench here. We keep, this is our first aid kit. We've got a little cooler bag here. Basically, if I pull this out, that's my diesel heater in there, okay? So, basically, it goes out, it goes straight down the bottom of the van. There's a big vent that goes down underneath the van and goes out to an exhaust, etc. And then it goes out there. You'll see it actually comes out a vent here. Now, I've got a 5 kilowatt, which is way too much than what we needed. But, yeah, like, we put that on for 20 minutes and the whole van is just steaming hot. And then as long as you leave everything shut, it stays pretty good, you know, and then we'll flick it on again in the morning before we get up. Say, have I used it that much? We've even been in the dead of winter and there's been times where I haven't even bothered turning it on. So, just depends how it is. I know we are in Queensland, so that's pretty biased of me to say, but I suppose if you're in the southern states, it would probably be a no-brainer to have that thing going. So, yeah, we'll come into the little bathroom here. Don't mind the mess. We just hang out a couple of bath towels here. So, you've got your shower on the wall here. And we just got this little thing. This was an eBay jobby. Geez, that was probably $20. I just put a couple of screws in, made sure it was all, you know, silicone and whatever. Basically, you just pull these and get what you want. Shampoo, conditioner, and liquid soap. Your toilet. Obviously, the red light means it's full. We're about to take off, so I need to get that emptied. Then, yeah, you've got your little basin. So we just keep toothbrushes and that. Sometimes they're even sitting outside, but we basically just have that. Got a couple of holders here for the kids' toothbrushes. Here's another little trick for new players. We have our toilet roll here. So a lot of questions get asked. Where do I put toilet roll? It gets wet when I have a shower. I actually was looking at another van like Hints and Tips, and I saw someone do that, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take that. So no, that's a little good one. You can close that up, and then the water doesn't get to it when you're showering. We just got our toilet chemicals, some spare paper towel, toilet papers, washing up stuff, cleaning stuff for the van, basically under there. So yeah, that's it. Here we just got the original shower drain. Everything's pretty original. I know people have gone to the extent of putting shower curtains up to keep water off the toilet, stuff like that. Look, I just find our toilet stays generally pretty clean, so I'll just use the bath mat to give it a wipe down if we need to use it after a shower. But yeah, look, it's not really a big worry to us. So you've got, yeah, obviously you've got your fan there. That does have a fan on it, and does work pretty well. The kids have just jumped in the bunks now, so they've shut that's their little zone. Just to go back through, there's an aircon. Obviously, it only works on the powered sites. It does work well as an air conditioner. It's definitely on the noisy side, but look, it's Dometic and it's a great brand. It is what it is on the noise side, but look, it's not overly noisy and it keeps you cool, so it is what it is. Heating function, look, it does have a heating function. Does it work the best? I would say no, in my personal opinion. I've heard someone say yeah, but like I've had it cranking on a cold night and it's blowing lukewarm air at best. Like, it's better than, I suppose, nothing, but I would not rely on that solely for heating. It just doesn't work. So I'd be putting the diesel heater in like I just showed you. Other than that, we've just got a few kids have got clothing drawers there and there, his and hers. We've just got, this is just a bit of a mess at the moment. We've got some bug sprays and DVDs and stuff and torches. We've got firelighters again and just general. So here you got your stereo, which does work reasonably well. We just keep a few spare cord remotes, stuff at the bottom of that. This next one is basically your powers. Turn off all your individual appliances like your pumps and stuff like that. Tells you how much water you are holding and your batteries. So I'm on 100. I've got the solar panels cranked in and they're doing their job. And then you've got a few light switches. You've got your step switch here, which will bring that in and out. So yeah, no, that's pretty cool. We've just got, like I said, we've got the projector off-grid pack, which I would recommend. And it's just basically, it's an inverter. I think it's 2000 watt. And yeah, it's just basically telling, and it's got the DC solar charger in there, which just keeps the batteries continually charged. I know, I think the newer models may have an inner drive one now, or projector still, I'm not quite sure. But look, if you're getting one of these vans to do that sort of stuff, definitely get a DC charger. Definitely get some decent batteries, and definitely get some suspension. I'd just highly recommend it. So that's basically it in a nutshell. Like I said, we've had it for 3 years. I know there's one bad review YouTube on there, so I just wanted to do this quick one and basically just say that in 3 years, yeah, a couple of things have happened. I've had it back to Ezytrail a couple of times. Biggest one was for the suspension. The rest were just little minor tweaks, things like that. So all in all, I bought this van as it suited my budget, you know, and my needs. I wanted something that was going to handle what we threw at it. And look, all in all, it's done its deed. I'm really happy, and I just fully accept the things that have happened to it, i.e. the suspension, and a few other bits and pieces. You know, you pay for what you get essentially. You know, I didn't pay 100 plus sub 100k, so I didn't expect every little thing to be perfect. Yeah, for what we need it for the family of four, it's great, budget friendly van, and gets us out to places like this. So yeah, thanks very much.